So let me ask you something. What really separates a good presentation from a truly great one? I'll tell you, it's not just about delivering information, it's about wielding influence. Today, we're going to break down the exact framework to turn your presentations into those career defining moments that get projects greenlit and ideas funded. Okay, let's start with a little reality check. Think about the last presentation you had to sit through. Was it actually memorable? Did it make you want to do something? Or, like so many others, did it just kind of fade away? You know the type. The slides looked fine, there was plenty of data, but you walked out and poof, nothing really stuck. Why does that happen all the time? Well, here's the secret. Most presentations are built to inform when they should be designed to influence. See, the goal isn't just to dump a bunch of facts and figures on your audience. It's to persuade them, to motivate them, and to drive a specific, tangible action. That right there, that's the critical mindset shift we're making today. To get there, we have to start with strategy, way before we even think about opening PowerPoint or Keynote. Because real influence begins with a simple, but let me tell you, an incredibly powerful framework. Now take a look at this. It seems almost too simple, right? But don't let that fool you. Before you build a single slide, you have to nail this. First, your what? Your single, unforgettable core message. Then, the why, the gut-level reason this audience needs to care, right now. And finally, the how, the crystal-clear action you want them to take. Seriously, if you nail this framework, you are already 80% of the way to a killer presentation. All right, so once our core strategy is locked in, now we can start building the structure. And for that, we're not just guessing. We're going to use a gold standard blueprint for making sure it has maximum impact. And here it is, the legendary 10-20-30 rule from venture capitalist Guy Kawasaki. And look, this isn't just a suggestion, it's a discipline. It's a discipline that forces you to be clear and, most importantly, it respects your audience's time and attention. Let's break it down. First up, 10 slides. That's it. Maximum. Now, this isn't about limiting your content. It's about focusing it. This constraint is honestly your best friend. It forces you to be absolutely ruthless, to slash everything that isn't essential, and boil your message down to its most powerful, potent form. Next, 20 minutes, period. In a world where we're all constantly distracted, human attention is the most valuable currency you have. Keeping your talk to a tight 20 minutes means you hold their focus from start to finish. And this is crucial. It leaves plenty of time for Q&A, which is often where the real persuasion actually happens. And finally, a 30-point font. Minimum. This sounds like such a small thing, but it has a huge effect. It makes it physically impossible for you to cram your slides with dense paragraphs of text. It forces your slides to be what they were always meant to be. Powerful visual aids for the audience, not a teleprompter for you. Now, inside those 10 slides, you need a story. Every single great presentation on Earth follows this classic arc. You start with a powerful hook that grabs their attention right away. You build your case in the body with compelling evidence, and then you absolutely stick the landing with a clear, powerful conclusion that drives home your call to action. Okay, so we've got our strategy and our structure. Now let's talk about what actually goes on those slides. And the mantra here is simple, and it's totally non-negotiable. Visuals over verbiage. And this slide just illustrates the point perfectly. On the left, you've got a wall of text. I guarantee your audience is just reading, they are not listening to you. But on the right, you see the 6x6 principle in action. That's about 6 lines of text with 6 words per line, max. This turns your slides into clear, scannable keywords that anchor your points. Remember, your slides need to complement what you're saying, not compete with it. And here's the wild science behind why this is so critical. The human brain processes images 60,000 times faster than text. So when you use a powerful chart, or a striking photo, or a clean graphic, instead of another bullet point, you are communicating directly in the brain's native language. It's faster, it's more emotional, and it is so much more memorable. So the crucial point here is just to simplify. Ban jargon from your vocabulary. Seriously. Instead of getting bogged down in technical terms, use simple, relatable analogies. Describing exponential growth as a snowball rolling downhill creates this instant mental picture that's way more powerful than any complex graph you could ever design. All right, the strategy is sharp, the structure is solid, and the slides are beautiful. But the greatest deck in the world is totally useless without a confident delivery.
This is the performance element. This is where information gets transformed into inspiration.
Long before you even say a single word, your body language is already telling a story. So make it a confident one. Stand with an open posture, no crossed arms. Use natural, purposeful gestures to emphasize your points. And you have to master the 3-second rule for eye contact. Connect with one person for 3 seconds, then another, then another. This little technique makes every single person in that room feel like you are speaking directly to them. Your voice is your single most powerful tool of persuasion, so you have to use it like an instrument. Vary your pace, slow down to add some weight to a key takeaway, and learn to love the pause. A moment of deliberate silence right before you reveal your big conclusion, that can be more impactful than any word you say. Now, listen closely, because this is huge. The presentation is not over when you say thank you. The Q&A is your final and often your most important opportunity to influence. This is not an afterthought. It is a strategic part of the performance. And here's how you handle it like a pro. First, receive the question. Always repeat it so everyone hears it. Plus, this buys you a precious moment to think. Second, answer to the entire room. This turns a one-on-one question into a message for everyone. And third, handle the tough questions with grace. If you don't know an answer, the most powerful thing you can say is, "That's an excellent question. I don't have that data with me, but I will find out and get back to you." That builds credibility, it doesn't diminish it. And hey, if you're finding these techniques helpful for your next big pitch or team meeting, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on professional communication. So let's bring it all home. A masterful presentation isn't about having the most slides or the most data. It really just boils down to these 3 things. Having a single, razor-sharp message, using visuals and stories to really engage people, and treating your delivery not as a speech, but as a performance. And that leaves us with one final question for you. Thinking about your very next presentation, what is the one specific action you will take from what we've talked about today to shift your mindset from simply informing your audience to truly influencing them?